friends, today is the 10th day of Flutter. So today we are going to see stack widget. Now the stack is a widget in Flutter that contains a list of widgets and position them on top of the other. In other words, the stack allows developer to overlap multiple widgets into a single screen and render them from bottom to top. Hence, the first widget is the bottommost item and the last widget is the topmost item. Now, the key points related to stack widgets are the child widget in a stack can be either position or non-position. Position items are wrapped in position widget and must have one null property, non-null property. The non-position child widgets are aligned itself. It displays on the screen based on the stack's alignment. The default position of the children is in the top left corner. We can use the alignment attribute to change the alignment of the widgets. Now stack places the children widget in order with the first child being at the bottom and the last child being at the top. Now, if we want to reorder the children widget, it is required to rebuild the stack in a new order. By default, the first widget of each stack has the minimum size compared to other widgets. So now we will jump to the implementation part. So just open the for this we will create a new Flutter project. So just go to File, New, and just create new Flutter project. Now just select Flutter application, then click on Next. Flutter app day 10 and just click on Next. Now finish. Now this will create a new Flutter project for you inside which we will implement the stack widget. And we will look what are the properties that are provided by this stack widget. Now just click terminate to terminate yours. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to remove this all sample program and we will create our own method widgets. Now first of all we have to create the main method. Inside that we will run our app, that is my app. Now we have to create this file. Now before that we will now before that we will import material.dart package. Package Flutter material. Now we have to create this my app class. So for that we will use stateless widget. Give this class as my app. Now just run this app. Now as we are not having any material app inside this build method, so it will only create a container having black background color. Now we can create stack widget or we can use stack widget. So for that what we have to do, we are first of all going to create material app widget. Inside that, we will give title as app n, and the home will be scaffold. Now inside scaffold, we will create APA. Just use this APA function, and we are going to give APA as title. Okay, for that we have to use the title property, and we have to use text widget to give the title. Now we have to create body of our app. So for that we will use stack function widget. Now what will now this tag widget is containing multiple child. So for that we will use children property. So here is that children property. Now inside this what we have to do, we are going to create, okay, here one error is there, that is install failed due to insufficient storage. So what we are going to do, we are going to just delete one app that will be of no use. So just remove this data. I'm just going to uninstall one app. Just click on OK to uninstall it. Now just again run it. Now we are going to create multiple children, that is container, and we will give this container some color. So now we will have, now as it is the first children, so this first children will be at the bottommost. So this is having green color. Next container, it will be having white color, and the third container will be having now, as this app is running, so this will take some time. Now our app is just installing, and after that it will launch. Then we can see what we have made by using this stack. Now we are also having different properties inside this stack widget, that are, first one is alignment property. So this alignment property determines how the children widget are positioned in the stack, and it can be top, bottom, center or center right. Now I am just going to hot reload my app. So okay, we have to also give some height and width. So for that, what will I do? I will give this, okay. I will not give any height to the first container. I will give it height as 200 or something 500 and width 250. I just hit Control and S. Still you can't see anything because this container is having containing all page. So we will give it a height as 100 and width as 100. I'll just hit Control and S. Now you can see that we have created three container. The first container, which is the first child of the stack widget, is at the bottom of our body. The second child, that is second container, is in between the first child and the last child, and the child or container which we have created at the last is at the top. So this will be the order of the children declared or specified inside the stack widget. Now we will remove this. Okay, I will remove this child. Now we will see which are the properties that are provided by the stack widget. So the first property is the alignment. Okay, here we don't have to declare, we will declare its property over here. So alignment can be at center, top, or like that. So here we have aligned our container at the center. Okay, just make it top center. Okay, it is not changing. We will again hot restart our app by clicking this, and we will look what the changes we have done. Okay, it is not showing any changes. So just use bottom right alignment. Now hit Control and S. Okay, just close your app and run it again. First of all, close your app. Now run it again. Now you can see what's the alignment of the children that are specified inside the stack widget. Now the second property is the text direction, which determines the direction of the text. Now it can be either from left to right or right to left. So for left to right we are having LTR property, and for right to left we are having right to left RTL property. Now the third property is fit property. So this will control the size of non-position children widget in the stack, and it has three types. Okay, we again face the problem of insufficient storage. So we will look at that later on. Now the fit has three types, that is loose, expand, and pass through. Now the loose is used to set the child widget small, and the expand attribute makes the child widget as large as possible, and the pass through set the child widget depending on its parent widget. So we will use all this property like we have used this alignment. Similarly, we can use the text direction property. We are going to remove this container. Okay, we haven't specified the direction, so we can specify the direction as text direction dot whatever we want, that is left to right, that is for LTR, right to left, that is RTL. So this both are the direction available for this text direction property. Now the third property is fit. So in this we can use we are having three types, that is loose, expand and pass through. So we can specify it by using this stack fit dot expand, stack fit dot loose, and stack fit dot pass through property. Now the fourth property is overflow. Whenever any text or any container is going out of the page, that at that time we can use this overflow widget property. So we can clip that part which is out of the page, or we can make it visible over a part. So this is the property provided by the overflow property. Now we are having clip behavior, so we can determine whether the content will be clipped or not using that property. Now we are having one important property, that is position. So in stack we have to specify the position of the children. For that we can make use of this position property. So we will look how to use this position property and how to specify the position of particular element. So what we will do, first of all, we will remove this and we will create one center widget. Inside that we will create one child, that is stack. Now we will first of all use the fit property, and we will use this pass through property inside this. Now we will use overflow property and overflow dot visible. Now we will specify the children, which are first of all container having height 300 and something width 400. Now just hit Control and S. Still now you will not be able to see anything because we haven't done anything till now. We will change the color of our container to green. Now just hit Control and S. And you can see a container at the center with a height 300 and width 400. Now we will create one child of this container as center widget, and will create again a child, that is text widget. Now we'll specify some string to this text widget. We can also give some styling to this by using style property, and can change the size. We can give some uh, weight. We can also use other property like this. Just hit Control and S. Now you can see that we got one text hello at the center of our page. Now what we will create? Now we will create one another widget, that is uh, this container. We will use this position widget. Now inside that we will specify the position, that is from top it should be 30, from right it should be 20. And now we will create a child of this position as container, and now we will specify the height and width of this container also as 100 and 100. Now we will give some color to this. Now we will again create a child enter widget, inside which we will create one child, that is text widget. We will specify text. Yes. Now we will also give some styling to this. We will copy the styling from the top container and we will hit Ctrl and S to look what the changes we have made. So now just hit Ctrl and S. Now you can see that inside this container we are having one another container which is aligned from top at third, which is having some margin from top which is 30 pixel and from right side which is 20 pixel. We can increase it by changing the numbers. So we will keep it as it is. Now again we will position some, we will copy this as it is and we will paste it. Now we will only change the position of it from top to from right to left, and we will just hit Ctrl and S. Now we can see that we have created two same container, but we have only changed the position of that container. That is, the first container is having it position from right at 20 pixel and the second one is having position from the left side of 20 pixel. So this way we can overlap multiple children at one another by using this stack widget. So these are the properties provided by this stack widget. So thank you, and we will see the next widgets in the later on part. Thank you.